Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to a new Plan Z video that is not just a speed build or a review or a speculation video. No, it is an actual Plan Z video about a DLC. Today we got the Frontier livestream, unlocked stream, and we got a new reveal of the pack art for the next pack, releasing sometime mid-April, they said. And we got this beautiful splash screen. So I'm not going to do a bunch of editing and stuff for this video because it's really late, and I just want to get something out. But we can see so much in this pack art that I just wanted to go over, and I'll be talking about this in the next couple of weeks because well, first of all, we can assume that the DLC, because there's a lot of things to go over here that I want to get right into. First of all, the date of the pack of when it's going to be released. Usually the packs come out, or in the springtime, usually the packs come out 1 week before Easter or whatever. They come out before Easter. So this year, I believe Easter is on the week of the 18th, 19th, around that time. So I believe the Tuesdays are the 15th, and then the 8th, I think, are the Tuesdays of April. And we know this is releasing mid-April, so that almost kind of confirms putting the Easter thing together and being mid-April. It's almost certain that this is going to release on the 15th of April, which means that going off of the SAKI pack being a week between announce and launch, this would get officially announced on the 8th of April, giving that 1 week span between the 8th of announcement and the 15th of the launch. But anyway, let's go into the actual stuff in this pack we can see here. So we have front and center our coyote beautifulness. Again, not one that I'm not gonna go too much over my thoughts on it, because then I know a lot of people have different thoughts on these animals I've seen throughout the day. I've been seeing those different comments and stuff, but some people are really excited about the pack, some are kind of but for me personally, I'm very excited, and I'll tell you why in a second. But we already have our coyote friend up here looking beautiful. Love the detail on it. The fur looks amazing. Even though some of these animals I'm not super excited for, I think most of them do a really good job in improving the quality of, the quality of animals you already have. Some people may say that the dingo or the coyote is not really necessary because we have things like the timber wolf, but the timber wolf is from the base game, and that is a really old model that looks like that. It shows because it looks very poor quality in comparison to something like this, where it is way better quality. So if you don't see the value in a dingo, or I keep saying dingo. If you don't see the value in the coyote on its own, at least see it as an improvement to what we have in the game so far. Moving on to the background kind of here, we have the greater rhea, which you have an ostrich figure. It has to be the rhea. This is the only retreat left. We've got the cassowary, the emu, the ostrich, and we are now on to the last one, which is the greater rhea. Now, some people have called this Darwin rhea. The main point is it's a rhea. I feel like it is a greater rhea because I saw someone point out that it has a more bulkier kind of neck shape and a thickness kind of vibe to it, its head. The greater rhea does, so I'm leaning more towards that. But either way, it's a rhea. It's really nice. This is definitely one needed for South America, so I'm super happy that this is happening. And we'll get to one even more better one for South America in a second. But if you look up in the top left of this thing, well, first of all, we have a bunch of other things going on here. We have these rocks and the foliage. I'm pretty sure we already have, but you can see that there's some new scenery and stuff in the middle here. You have mainly this gate or entrance kind of thing with a sombrero, it looks like to be on the corner here, with some new banners. These banners seem to be very popular because they're also in the top right here, which we'll get to in a second because they hold some vital information. But you also have some fences here. You have some flowers, which I don't know if these are just sunflowers or there's something else. They look kind of different. The leaves and the actual shape of them look bigger than a sunflower would, especially because this is in the very distance. If you look at the ones directly in the middle of the gate, they look very big compared to how a sunflower would look back there. So I'm interested. That's a new kind of plant. The cactuses obviously are not. We have cactuses in the game. These things are probably also not new, but it is nice to see that we're going for more of this Mexican kind of style, Arizona kind of style, which is nice because it's kind of reminding of Australia, because this first reminded me of Australia because the colors, it looks exactly like it. But you have now this kind of America's kind of part of Australia, so it's kind of Australia pack rolled in with North America pack, and also a mix of South America. So it's kind of a bunch of things in one, which I'm honestly not complaining about. So let's move on to the top left here, which we have the banners. I'm gonna zoom in here, or we're gonna crop like that so that we can just see these banners in the top left. So we have a lot of things to go over here. There's three main things we need to look at here. First of all, this right here, we have, well, two animals here, both at the same time. We have flamingos. That we can clearly see this in the S shape in their necks. Now, a lot of people are not happy with this because it's just a flamingo. We have a flamingo. It should have been a free anniversary animal. I'm not too fussed over it. I do like that we're getting another flamingo because we have one that's from like Africa and India and around those parts, the greater flamingo. But we don't have an American flamingo. So even though it might look very similar, it still is an American flamingo. It's still very useful, and now you have a flamingo to put in like South America sections or like a base thing. Like, I feel like with these later packs, it's more about just having variety. You're not really trying to gain all these like essential animals because none of them really left are essential without a couple like the walrus. But with these now, these later packs, you're almost just trying to expand the roster because now we are over 200 animals with this. I believe we're at 201 at least, maybe more. Actually, I think we have a 202. I'm pretty sure. Because we are at 195 with the Zookeeper pack. But with this, we now are just kind of expanding upon animal kinds we already have, which to me is fine because that just gives more variety. Making each zoo more different and more unique. But yeah, we have a flamingo species here. I'm assuming it's either the American flamingo or like the Chilean or the Caribbean flamingo, one of those three, because we're going for like a out western kind of style. It's kind of like that mix between Southwest America, North America, and like the like Latin America, kind of mixing it into one kind of deserty kind of tropical biome. We're gonna save that one for a second. Then to the right over here we have another flag that is the at first I thought this was the Aodab, but I was just realizing in the context of the pack that's not. This is the bighorn sheep. This is also a pretty good one. I am warming up to this one. At first I was like, oh my god, it's an Aodad. Like, we're finally getting the Barbary sheep, because that was one that was really, really requested for me. But as soon as I clued in, like, okay, this is probably an America's pack, that means it's a bighorn sheep, and I was like, ah. But I am slowly warming up to it again. I do like that this is the first capper that we have like a warm climate goat, so that introduces a new way to build for him, which I'm super excited about. I really like it. I don't really love building North America sections, if I'm being honest. I built one for like Oakwood Zoo, and that was okay. But I don't know. I prefer building for other kind of continents, but I do like building for desert kind of enclosures. So I will probably enjoy building for this one. And again, people are saying that it's like similar to the Doll Sheep because it's just a reskin. Maybe it's true. Maybe that's true. But at least we're gonna get an improved, because the quality is definitely gonna be improved from the Doll Sheep. So at least we're getting a better improved Doll Sheep. That is at least a bit different with the colors and how you build for it, which is really all I can really ask for. Again, could it be something better? Yes, but you work with what you got, and this is what we got. And then finally, the peak of my existence. I truly did not think this would happen at all, and I was just like so happy for like the first like 15 minutes of reading this or like seeing this. We are getting the white-faced SAKI monkey. Now there is still a bit of like controversy if this is actually the white-faced SAKI. It's the white-faced SAKI monkey. You can't tell me this is anything different. Like, some people were talking about if it's a vulture or like the Andean condor. We're not gonna get a flying bird in this pack. There's just no way. We got a flamingo, we got the rhea, that's great. They're two flightless birds. We're not gonna get a flying bird among all the rest of these. If you have the white face in the middle, you have like this big kind of poofy blob, and then you have the tail swinging down there. It is a classic position of how a SAKI monkey sits, and I am just so happy because this is one that maybe if you watch my wishlist videos, you would see this. Maybe it was only like 50 on the wishlist, on my wishlist, but the thing is that I would mainly put it there because I just did not expect it. Sure, I would prefer like a spider monkey as my top number one monkey, but as far as like actually seeing my favorite monkey in real life, like the spider monkey is probably my favorite just because of how it looks. But the SAKI monkey is one that is just personal to me because that is at my local zoo, and I have seen it for several years, and it's always one of my favorites when I go to the zoo. So now being able to actually have that in the game, and it's a New World monkey, which we haven't gotten in like 4 years. This is just like the best of the pack for me. There's no debate. I know that a lot of people are saying like the next two animals, because there's still two animals missing, and a lot of two animals could be like Bring It Home, like it could be like the Coati. But I don't really care. I'm gonna enjoy those two, but I already know that the SAKI monkey is gonna be my favorite, and I really hope they do it justice with how it looks. I pray that they do it good. I'm confident that they'll do like the American flamingo and the bighorn sheep good, because those are just, I don't know how you mess with those. Plus, birds and ungulates are seen to be like the really strong contenders recently for how they look. But yeah, so those are the 5 species we got: coyote, rhea, flamingo species, bighorn sheep, and the SAKI monkey. Those are the 5 that we are confirmed, and with also scenery being in the background here, we can assume this is going to be another one of those 7 animals and 50-ish scenery pieces along with it. Kind of like that Mexican kind of theme, with also like tracing in patterns in like Arizona and Latin America into this kind of like tropical desert kind of vibe. There's still 2 more animals to go. If I had to place my bets, I would strongly suggest the coati, and I'm not just saying that because a lot of people want it. I'm just saying because a lot of the packs recently, almost every pack has had a number 1 made a wish list animal, or at least one of them that is very near the made a wish list, and none of these so far are that. None of these are really too far up on that wish list, and seeing as the coati is at like number 1 or 2, I really can't see them not doing it, especially because it fits perfectly in this pack. So I could definitely see that. Either the South American coati or like the white-nosed coati, either one of those. I personally prefer the white-nosed, but it doesn't really matter to me. I just know it would make a lot of people happy, and it would probably make a lot of people change their minds about this pack for the ones who don't like it so far. For the other one, I really don't know. This would be a perfect opportunity to put in the American black bear. If the coati is in this, that would make the ratio North American and South American animals, like I think 4 to 2, because the flamingo, rhea, SAKI, and coati before, yeah, so 4 to 2. So I feel like to make it even, you would have to add another North American animal similar to Eurasia. So I feel like whatever that last animal is, it's got to be a North American one, either maybe like the bobcat, because I know Frontier loves cats, and I could see them adding the bobcat here, which I would not be too disappointed by, because I did see that one in real life recently, and I'm pretty impressed by it. And it makes some cool kind of enclosures for it. I know a lot of people don't really like cats, but honestly, at this point in the game, I'm just happy that we're getting more animals and more variety. Regardless of what animal is added, it's still more variety, and you now get to make your zoo even more unique by choosing and picking what animals you want to go in it, rather than just having one option for a specific kind of animal. Like I want a bird for South America, I guess I gotta go with like the flamingo, or I gotta go with rhea. Now you have different options to kind of spread out how you choose to make your zoos actually unique. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. We talked about the date, we talked about what's in it so far. Yeah, one more thing, I don't think this is the last pack. This just really does not scream last pack to me, and I feel like with Planet Coaster 2, a lot of people have been saying this, but a lot of people with Planet Coaster 2 not being what Frontier is hoping, they kind of have to like reconcile like their finances and their decision makings for that game, and I feel like the only way to kind of keep that going, well, not the only way, but a great contributor, is to keep Planet Zoo going with the packs, because they know that people will keep buying them, and to be fair, I'm going to keep buying them because this is amazing. These look amazing, but as far as but to keep like their finances steady, at least like with this game, I feel like they would just keep this going, and I don't see a reason for them to stop, especially when we have things like the tree kangaroo and the walrus and things like that still coming. I can't say that we will get like 5 more packs, but I don't think this is the last pack, especially because they said that the Zookeeper pack and the Barnyard packs will be in a bundle for consoles later down the line, probably this year, which means that this pack will probably be paired up with another pack into another bundle. So we're kind of getting these in 2s, where it's like once one pack is revealed, or sorry, one pack is coming, then we already kind of assume that another pack will come with it to make a bundle. But who knows? Anyway, that's really all I have to say. I'm super excited for this pack. I'm super excited for the SAKI. I'm super excited for the rhea, and the other 3 are decent picks as well, honestly. I can't wait to see what the rest of the pack is. We probably have about 2 weeks to wait. And yeah, I hope you'll have enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, because one more thing I wanted to add is that this is finally kind of like a tropical theme pack, which means we will be adding lots of these animals to the House of Tropics, which I'm very excited for. I'm so excited to make a SAKI monkey enclosure. I just already starting on the planning board, ready to go. So hope you all enjoyed, and hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss me building for a bunch of these animals in the House of Tropics. If you haven't seen the House of Tropics, go check it out. I will link the playlist to it in the description or in an iCard somewhere. But I hope you all enjoyed. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day.